Hi everybody, it's Susie from a Vintage Design Studio, and welcome to my latest video. I wanted to share with you tonight yet another project for Wild Orchid Crafts, incorporating some trimmings from twins' moms. I'd like to share with you a project that I had found in one of the Somerset magazines a while back, and I made this for a purpose not only to show you as making a project, but to also put it to some use. I've been sketching some items and planning ahead for some new crafts and creations for inspiration to share with you on YouTube, and I'm saying to myself, what did I do with it? I didn't make myself another notebook, so I'm kind of using scratch paper and sketch paper. So I thought I'd make myself a file folder and make it a Vintage Lady folder. I'm sure there are a lot nicer ones out there, but I really wanted to make one that was versatile for myself, that was not overly done, that would weigh down on one side, that I couldn't fit it in another notebook or another folder. So I'd like to share this one with you. I like the way it came out. What I'm using is your typical manila file folder that you can get at Staples. A box of 50 is like $10.99, I believe, and I do buy those not for crafting, but I buy them for my files at home. And I just wanted to share with you what I had done. I had used a walnut stain with a sponge to distress the entire folder front and back. And then I had used a Tim Holtz distressing tool to just gently fray the edges all around here for the appearance for this to look vintage. That's my style. And once I had done that, I had used the Stays on Timber Brown ink and this really pretty stamp, which is one of my favorite stamps from Hero Arts. It's a script stamp. Okay. I used that and I stamped all around the background. And I had recently gotten this other stamp here, I can't find it on my desk, and another stamp from Rebecca, which is behind that, which I just wanted some of the circle and then stamp on top of that. And I had stamped the actual stamp in a darker jet black ink, which is the Adirondack ink. On top of that, I had some vintage photos in my stash, which I had torn the edges and also etched with the vintage photos, and by ripping the edges you give it more of a hands-on feel, as if it's been around for a while. So I kind of really like that look. What I should not have done was use the sparkle Mod Podge. I should have used the matte. I think that would have looked a lot better. But I used the sparkle Mod Podge, and if you can see, if I tilt it a little, there's a little bit of sparkle on top of the photos, which I adhered to the file folder with the Mod Podge, and then on top of that. And if you print your photos on a inkjet printer and you wait a couple of days, the ink really sets into the paper and you're able to use the Mod Podge over it. So that's a really nice effect as well. Up here on top, I just used some Chinese braid that I had in my stash. This peachy beige colored flatback trim is from Twins Mom. The beautiful cream colored lace here is also from my stash. These really cute little clips, I put some vintage photo on, and that is from a little gift that I had received in the mail from Natasha, Holy Scrappiness. Hi Natasha. And then I had used some of Wild Orchid Crafts Oloroso vintage seam binding, just gorgeous, one of my favorites. The color is beautiful and it's very vintage looking, along with the Wild Orchid Crafts roses and the bud rose and some of the hydrangeas that I cut and twisted, the ones that I use as fillers, and twisted the coil, the stem as well. I also have here the Tim Holtz beautiful dress form that I had purchased from Carly, the pink scrapper. Hi Carly, thank you so much. And I have some scattered pearls of mine that are on here as well. And from what I had also done was from Oxford Impressions, I had stamped some of their I don't know if you can see that, some of their flourishes with the vintage photo in the background, and etched all of this with Stays on Timber Brown ink. And I also had painted some of the sparkle Mod Podge on the stem of the dress form and the very top part. This right here, these 3 pearls that you see there, that's a long stick pin about 4 inches long or so. That's from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I had wrapped some of their flowers around the stick pin and stuck it right into a 3-layer of this dress form, which front and back is paper and the center is cereal board, so it's nice and stiff for me to stick the pin right in, so when I use this I will not stick myself. I also have a beautiful calla lily there, which is like 1 or 2 of my last in my stash. I have one of their beautiful new roses that are on their website on the front page. Just gorgeous. This color is like a faded lavender. I just love their roses, their flowers. Not only their products fabulous, and everything about their roses and everything about all their embellishments are awesome, but they're also awesome people and they treat everybody really nicely. Here is some fiber that I think it was from Fiber Arts that I had purchased last year. These colors are all in the purple grapes fuchsia kind of theme that I wrapped around the waist of the dress form and just let that hang down kind of like a sash look. I had really liked that. And at the bottom here I have a piece of burlap with a pearl, another Wild Orchid Crafts rose in like a fuchsia purpley color with a peach color bud rose over here. And now using this as a file, what I had done was, instead of sewing this, which some people may do, and I would like to have done, but I don't have my sewing machine out, so I used my Crocodile and I punched a couple of holes in here, and I'll just show you the back here. Okay, see, I punched a couple of holes in and threaded some cream colored ribbon in there, and so now it's closed on one side, and on this side I didn't close it all of the way. I just punched 2 holes and threaded through some vintage seam binding here in the Oloroso color, tied a bow, and there you have it. And I have some of my really pretty organza and pearl trim here at the bottom, and from the Tim Holtz dress form die, when you punch it out you get a button, so I just stamped that and etched that with some walnut stain and threaded through a piece of burlap that I pulled off the edge of this piece that I made. So as you can see, there was a lot of work that was put into this, as I was just explaining, which, I don't know, you may say like, oh God, what is she going to do with a folder that's all decorated? But you know what I really like about it is that I know that this folder, sorry about the messy desk space, I know that whatever is in this folder that you see, that it's like a pocket, like a really big tag pocket, if you would. I know that whatever is in this folder is going to be stuff that I've had ideas for. Maybe an unfinished tag, but mainly it's going to be things and ideas that I want to create. I may find a magazine clipping that I like for inspiration, or print something off online and just stick it in there, and that I know that when I'm looking for it, it's definitely in there. So I'm just going to get close up here a little bit for you guys, just so that you can see it again one more time before I say goodbye. I really do like the way it came out. At first I was like really not liking it all that much, but I'm really glad that I did it, because it was a vintage lady inspiration file folder, along with everything that I like: flowers, vintage photos, stick pins, dress forms, vintage seam binding, and things from Wild Orchid Crafts. And not to forget, if you're interested in purchasing anything from Wild Orchid Crafts, you can go to wildorchidcrafts.com. They have a beautiful array of flowers and other embellishments, along with the flat back pearls from Twins Moms that you can find at www.etsy.com, and you can go into all supplies and in the drop down box and type in Twins Moms. If you do make a purchase from Esmeralda, you can just say that you had seen this at Suzie Crafter 10 site on YouTube, and you will receive a complimentary gift with your purchase. So I hope that you like this file folder, and thank you for watching. Bye!